Hey, hey, y'all. It's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. Come on in. You see, I didn't even give it away in the title. Did you figure out what I was making? Alright, I got you pulled up. Hello, hello, everybody. What's up? What's she doing in Arizona? Y'all know what? I couldn't sleep last night because I had this song in my head. Y'all want to know what the song was? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. It sang in my head all day. Literally all day. Crazy. Or all night. I was like, just let me go to sleep. Get this song out of my head. Hey, hey. So who figured out what I was making? So here's the board. This is where y'all at. There you go. The half board. And you can see where I'm potentially, because y'all know I'm winging it, putting all of the petals. Good morning. All right, I have not loaded the board because I'm going to teach y'all how to load the board. No, that's a lie. I forgot to load the board. But, you know, it's a good teaching moment. So everybody can see how I'm loading the board. So this is the half board. You can get it from Charnella. She is selling them. The link is on my post, but I will put it in here after the live. Unless she pops on, then she can put it. But it is the half board. You do, now this is one that I did. But you get the half board with all of the added holes, sanded, and everything's ready to go for you, okay? But I am using the bigger sections and not the smaller ones in there. And we'll see, my hair is naturally curly. You don't see it like this unless I get lazy. I just didn't feel like straightening it. So I'm going to put a zip tie on the black lines, okay? So zip tie. Let me zoom in. If this is somebody's first time catching me, I will zoom you way in so that you can see it. So zip tie is flat to the ceiling. And we're going to go down one hole and up the next. Just like that. You like my nail polish? It was supposed to be ombre, but I don't think she knew what ombre was. Okay, so flat end to the ceiling, down one hole and up the next. Hey, hey. Okay. Did anybody figure out what I'm making yet? Can you still use the 8-inch? Yeah, of course. You can use the 8-inch zip ties. Whatever works better for you. I think the 8-inch is just a little too much waste, but hey, if it works, it works. Just like some people use the the 4-inch. Those are too small for me. I mean, my hands would be hating life if I used the 4-inch. All right, so there we go. For this one, we can go ahead and leave it open. No, we'll close it. You're not sure what I'm making? Actually, I'm going to leave them open. I think they will fit, but I'm just going to leave them open for ease. All right, so what are we making? Should I keep y'all in suspense? Let me just show you the petals. Okay, so we're going to use the brown and a natural. Now, I've made this petal several times, but this time we are not running the zip tie up the back like the 3D petal, okay? Because we want this one flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another petal just for size, okay? Because we have two different sizes, a bigger and a smaller, a mommy and a daddy, and 10 by 10, not a turkey. Bottom to the top, top to the bottom, kind of laying it flat. Now this is poly burlap, and I'm using it because it lays flatter than your regular decomesh and those kinds of things, okay? So I'm just putting this on here for size reference, okay? So we're gonna roll or fold this side to the middle again. Curiosity is killing you. And I'm taking this side to the middle. Okay, so we have about the same size. Okay, now I'm going to hold this down because I don't want this part to move. This part and this part doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm grabbing it and bringing it straight over, just like we do the 3D petal. Scrunch it in the middle, bring our edges together. Not a scarecrow. We're going to band it. Okay. Now on the 3D, we would go up behind, remember, and put in the other zip tie. But I don't want to do that. I want to keep them flat. Okay. So let's make a brown one. Now this one is a little bit bigger. Okay. So we're going to leave, we're still bringing the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom, but we're not going in as far. Okay. Flatten it out. Can lay this on there for reference. Bring in our sides. Okay. Now I'm just holding this because this is the part that is going to show. Okay, grabbing it, bring it all the way over. Not a basket, not a taco. And then scrunch and bring your edges over. Now if it's not exactly the same, you can stretch it a little bit. Kathy, you can get these. Can one of y'all grab Charnella's link? Okay, so we've got two different ones. Okay, so this is how they're gonna sit. So have y'all figured out what I'm making yet? So we're taking the half board and I got a turtle, we're gonna make a land turtle. Isn't he cute? So this guy, it was a plush. I got it from Amazon. I hacked it up. I put dowels in there so that we can attach them directly to the board. Now I left them long because I don't really know until we get it all together how I'm gonna lay it out, right? So let's put this thing together and see if I can make it turn out, y'all. Are you ready? You still cutting your, I still cut my own boards, yes. Y'all can buy them from Charnella. All right, so I'm gonna take the bigger petal and I'm gonna lay it in there. And then I'm gonna take my smaller one. This is why I didn't cut off the ends yet. And I'm gonna lay one right inside the other. And you can see there's about an inch. That way you look. Y'all know I'm a little OCD. All right, let's cut off these ends. I just wanted to make sure it was gonna, oh, I grabbed the wrong one. That's all right. You're late, you're late. Okay, so I want it about an inch. Just like that. So we've got the two-tone shell. And we can cut this off if we need to. So we're going to keep going. And I do have one more set of petals that we'll make once we get it to this row. So what are y'all doing today? What you doing? What you doing? Okay, and I'm going to try to make sure that we keep that curve. Her Etsy says she's sold out. I talked to her this morning and I thought she said she put some more in. I'm just going to cut that off a little bit more. Hello, hello. Thanks for floating my boat. I appreciate it. Cut that off. Trying to practice that. Oh, that girl, good luck with that. Yes, she will be restocking them. I promise. There she is. Charnella, can you put your Etsy link to the half boards, please? Try to pull that down. There we go. Where's my, I keep losing my, and there are 46 available. Okay, they're still available, y'all. How did I count? Y'all, I knew y'all wanted me to make a turtle, and I literally spent, I don't know how long, staring at a turtle and trying to figure out how I could get it on the board. So tons of petals just start running through my head until I get it figured out. So let's go ahead, because y'all, I want to see if it's going to work. I'm going to go ahead and start down here and see if this layout's going to work. It doesn't. My mind, y'all, it's just, look, you don't want to be in my mind. But see how it's starting to create that shape around the, what do you call it? The square around the turtle. Did that even make sense? Yes, Charnella does put the extra holes in her boards. Shell, thank you. But the squares in the shell. Hello, hello. Now I did cut extra petals, so if we need to do something, we can. I'm thinking on this row we may have to do the shared ones. We are, y'all. So I'm going to go in and go from here to here. So a few extra petals, but that's all right. I figured that might happen. What do y'all think so far? Is it gonna work? Y'all, these make me so nervous. They really do. All right, let's finish our top here. Pest control people. I'm silly. But you could definitely do this like cartoonish. I just wanted to try to see if I could make like a real looking turtle. They're coming to take they're coming to take me away. Ha ha, hee hee, ho ho. Isn't that a song? Look, some days I'd let them take me, y'all. Take me for about a week, but you gotta bring me back. And you gotta let my monk visit me. See, I knew there was a name. Scoots are the pattern on the turtle shell. So does this look like a scoot? But you can see I'm kind of lining it up right here so that I get my second petal about an inch down so it looks uniform all the way around. All right, one more on this row anyway. That one flew, did you see that? See why I left them open? Put them in there at the same time. There we go. Sometimes it's just a little bit easier. I would like to see a gingerbread girl on a half board. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. All right, so we're going to fill this in. Let me cut these off. Do you cut your boards, or I cut my own boards? I don't need no stinking man. All right. So we're literally just going to connect all of these holes. So we are going to have to do some more petals, but that's all right. Of each color. Yes, I'm going to do it again. Hey, hey. All right, so we need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 more, at least. So let's get this out of our way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you hold the board down? I just put my arm on it, my hand on it. What you talking about? Yeah, I literally just put my hand on top of it and hold it. Is that wrong? Let me get this out of our way. Yeah, I literally just take it like this and hold it and go brrr. And I sound just like that when I'm doing it. All right, these are going to be our bigger ones. I should have kept one out for size reference. So let me bring this guy back over here. All right, so this one is the bigger one, the dark brown, so I'm bringing the bottom up, top down, but not as much as the other one because we want this one a bigger petal. Wendy, I got your email. I haven't had a chance to reply. I will, I promise. Not that I don't respond. It just takes me a while. Bring our edges in. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to hold this part down because this is the part we don't want to move. And then we're going to bring our petal over. Okay, so that's what it looks like, and you can stretch it a little bit if you need to, and then scrunch. I am going to go ahead and clip now, since I know you don't need that much. And then band it, just like that. Okay, so there's our dark one. Now the lighter one, this is brown, this one's natural. So we're going to make this one a little bit smaller. So we're going to bring our bottom in a little bit more, our top down a little bit more. Hold it down. Just bring your edges in. Hold this down. Bring it over. So it's just like the 3D daisy petal, just two different size widths. And I'm not running that zip tie up the back. Okay. So if it's a little big, just tuck it in just a little bit to get it to the size you need. Just like that. I do ship to the UK, but it's really expensive, and you cannot order from the UK on my website because of that. It marks shipping like $10, $15 when it's really like $30 or $40, okay? All right, so we're just gonna make all of these while I've got my table cleaned off. Pinch, bring your edges in, cut and band. This is poly burlap, and I picked it because it lays flatter than regular mesh. That's the only reason I picked it, and the colors. Is crazy. Yeah, shipping to the UK is, I mean, it's just as bad as Canada. I mean, Canada's expensive as well. For sure. Yeah, you could use any mesh you want. Like I said, the only reason I used this one was because it lays flatter than the rest of your meshes. So I can get it to lay really flat. But if you want to make it just a little bit bigger, don't put that extra fold in there. And then this part will be even bigger. Bigger. I did heat seal this mesh only because it's poly burlap. And we know poly burlap is a pain. Idea for a wreath. I've been see, y'all, that's what I do. I literally will look at something and like hundreds of petals run through my mind. Or what if I put this petal together with that petal? And I mean, y'all, I'm telling you, you don't want to be in my head. But this is the part I'm saying. If you want it to be that big, then leave it that big. Two more and we'll get this row done, and we can figure out the rest. Have you tried the new white stripe? Yes, I've used the new white stripe. Absolutely. I'm trying to think which wreath. Y'all, I don't remember. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can do it. Trying to make room here. You did a daisy with the burlap. I missed that. I missed it. Lori's board will be out when she gets back from vacation. Well, maybe a couple days after, but it's coming, it's coming. I'm trying to figure out something because they're starting to get smushed, and I definitely don't want them smushed. You're late to the party. I can't tell you, Susan. I can keep a secret. I feel like my petals are getting smaller and smaller. All right. I'm going to see if I can just do that one. What I may, hold on, I gotta think, y'all. I'm thinking to give it a little bit more room and it's not so smushed, using that one to the outside. Yes. Y'all, I don't, we're definitely gonna have to add more petals in between up here because it's not filling in like I wanted, but we'll see. Let's move this. See what I'm talking about? I can still see the board in between those. So I'm going to have to put another petal somewhere. Let me see. Two, three, four. All right, for now, I'm going to keep going because I got to think, y'all. Cut some of this off. All right, let me see. I gotta lay it out. Y'all want me to turn it around so you can see? All right. Right, Deborah? And I'm not gonna do it. All right, so now what I need to figure out is, so that's gonna work. You see it? You see it now? All right, so we need to finish. So let's make three brown. Okay, I did cut enough. This is poly burlap. No, not a Christmas turtle. I was looking for, you know, those lights that they use for necklaces. And I know I had some, but I couldn't find it. All right, so my thought here was to cover the mechanics is taking this same petal, flipping up the back, gluing it, and then gluing it to the edges to give us that nice clean edge. That's why I was cleaning up my edges down here. And y'all don't use your good scissors like I am. No, that's not for Dave. I was going to do the Christmas one just to be funny because he wanted a Christmas turtle, but... Okay, so let me get some clips. And I'm literally just going to glue that down. Let me get some bigger... Where's my bigger clips? I don't know where my bigger ones are. Let me fan this. Oh, that works too. Thanks, Lynn. All right, what I'm going to do is go right here in between. Let me make sure. But see, it's not going to follow my pattern. Hold on. Hey, hey. Oh, no. Let me just stick with doing it the way I was gonna do it. All right. So let's glue. Okay, and I'm just going to hold that, or I'm going to clip it actually. You want to slice what you want to slice? Oh, brown. Oh, funny. Be careful going up underneath because that is hot. I don't know. We haven't figured it out yet. I will figure it out though. I will. Oh, you're welcome. Look. You know what? All of my stuff doesn't always work out the way I intended it to work out, but I will always find a way to make it work out. What we could always do as well is zip tie that, and then we know it's not going anywhere. I actually like that. It's a CYA moment. Hey, hey. You know what else? Okay, hold on. One step at a time. Thanks for floating my boat. And then what we can do is take you another zip tie, run it around the back, and now we don't have to glue the petals on, we can zip tie it to the board. Hold on, I'll turn it over in just a minute and show you. I may have to cut more of the, yeah, let me cut more of this excess off. There's my funny talking friend. What are the feet made of? It's just part of the plush, so it's got that furry stuff. But it's not like fur, but it's like fur. Did that even just make sense? Okay, so I'm going to take it right through those holes right there in the middle. Learning on the fly. Take it and zip it. Yes! Okay, zip it right to the board. And those zip tie heads fit right in those holes. Okay. So now I'm going to go here and here. So I'm going to actually have to lift that head out of that hole until we get the next one in. Okay, so putting it right through the back. Bring it through those holes. And I'll worry about straightening it out in just a minute, but let's just get it on here and then we can straighten it out. I'm going to tuck. Okay. You're on the bus. You're on the bus. Ooh, I'm sweating. The things y'all make me do. Trust the process. Trust the process. Oh my God, forget the process. Just forget it. Okay. Oh, I'm sweating. Trust me, I'm sweating. that a little decorative. So there we go. There's that. All right, we need to make a tail. So let's get our tail. So what petal did I have in mind? You got your turkey heads? Yay! Yeah, I'm sweating. All right. So let me try to remember what fold I was going to do for the tail. Let me work it out in my head, and then I'll do it again for y'all, okay? Oh, that was an easier way to do that daggone petal. Did y'all just see that? Did you see what I just did? So fold it in half. Tuck my end in. Bring it over again. Bring it up. And we've got that same exact petal I just did. But that wasn't what I was going to do for the... Hold on, I can't remember, y'all. Gosh darn it. That's how you made all of yours? I'm not going to paint the board brown. You're not going to see the gaps when I'm done. Trust the process. See, it kind of points. Darn it, I can't remember what I was going to do. That'll work. All right, so what I did was still 10 by 10, bring one side completely down, okay? Bring this point to this point to that point, okay? And then I'm going to stretch it, pinch, pinch, pinch. That's not what I did. What the heck did I do? Oh, okay. There we go. That's what I want. So I'm going to go right here. $3.99. Oh my God, that's horrible. It would definitely be worth it though. The fire breathing dragon. Like, yes, please. So I'm not worried about this yet. I'm just getting my basics in there. So, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do y'all want to stay with me while I figure this out, or do you want me to figure it out and then post a picture? He would be. I'll start a GoFundMe. I'm thinking just another brown petal. So let me do this. So I'm bringing one over. Let's do it another way. Over again. Right, Grandma Virginia? You want to be called Grandma or Granny? The head's, well, the butt's here, so the head's going to be over here. Yep, that's what I'm going to do, y'all. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and fill all of these in, and that will completely cover our board. Oh, you have to figure it out now, Eva, because you're late. You have to figure it out. Should we tell her yet? Okay, so I'm literally just picking those up. I wonder, to give it more visual, if I should bring it. I'm going to do that. The propane bill, girl. I don't even want to see ours. Our electricity bill this month. I like that. Give it the two different. Oh, I hope I have enough cut. And I don't have enough cut. So what we'll do is I'll get the main parts on. Yes, this will be on YouTube. Right after I finish. So I'll make the petals that I have cut. I only have 4 more. I thought I would. Yeah, doesn't that look awesome? Like, it just gives it a little something extra. Now I got to remember how I made that one. How did I do that? Bring it down, bring it up, and bring it over. Yep. Dimension, thank you. Unless my son comes in, then he can grab it for me. Do I have another? Oh, look, he comes in. Hey, Johnny. I'm live. Will you do me a favor? will you bring me this mesh that's on the counter? Please? So this doesn't need to be heat sealed. That works. Yep, thank you, perfect. But it makes it easier. So I will just cut the extras with my rotary cutter. I posted Ivis link yesterday, so you can go grab it from my page. This won't take me long, y'all. I'll do it quickly. I mean, you've watched this long, right? You're so confused. What you confused about, girlfriend? What you confused about? How messy my table is right now? Basically what I'm doing is, because you could still see the board, so I'm coming up with another petal to fill in those gaps. That's all I'm doing. So it doesn't always work out as it does in my head when I put it to the board. Yeah, you're just looking at the turtle from the side. All right, how many more? I need 1, 2, 3. Oh, I only need 3 more. So this is the natural poly burlap. And y'all, I didn't change my blade. Oh, that was good. Run over a zip tie. Okay. You thought I was going to put the head on the straight edge. Huh? What? Alright, let's make the rest of these. And then we'll throw them on. And get his head and legs on. And call it a day, y'all. You don't have to be quiet. Right now I'm just in my head, like trying to figure it out. Y'all know how I get when I'm trying to figure something out. Oh, my hair. Lord have mercy. I just got lazy, y'all. Got lazy. He was trying to be in my get out of my head. Get out of my head. Right, Deanna? I'm taking the rest of the day off. Lord have mercy. All right. For the quick, there you go. It was quick. Oh my gosh. I learned it on YouTube and I was like, dang, that really was quick. Hey. Productive. I like that better. Productive. All right. Uno más. So what Monk said, every time he comes inside with a creamsicle in his hand. Uno más. One more, please. Okay. There we go. All right, let's get the rest of him together. All right, so his head. Now, y'all, all I did was I got a plush from Amazon and I hacked it up, okay? And then I put a dowel, glued a dowel into his head and his feet so that we could attach something to the board, okay? So, and I know I'm going to have to cut this. Right there. Let me grab a zip tie. I cut his head off, I cut his feet off. I hacked him up. So I'm going to cut that off right there. I should have grabbed my big ones. Oh, that worked really well. A plush, like a toy, a stuffed toy, a stuffed animal. No talkie. I'm making a turtle. So there's his head. Look like a guinea pig's. All right, and then I have his legs. So this is the back. Let me just see. And there's the front. So I'm going to go right I'll turn it over in just a minute, y'all. So you can see where exactly I'm putting everything. Oops, hold on. All right, so I just ran another zip tie right over the zip tie we already had. So I'm gonna do that same thing. Oh, that's where his head is. So I'm gonna do that same thing right here so that I know they're exactly even. Hi, hi. Whew. Lord have mercy. Now I'll have to put in another zip tie and make sure because that head keeps rolling. Huh, that's just like my head. It's always rolling. Okay, he kind of looks like an armadillo. So I definitely need to fix this. I'm not excited about how that's laying. Oh, I may have just fixed it. Does it look like an armadillo? Maybe his head needs to be up a little bit more. I think it does. Let me see. Oh, that looks better. What do y'all think? More like he's looking at the pond. He needs a waddle. What's a waddle? Trying to bring him up just a little bit more. Oh, yep, there it is. There it is. Y'all, it could be a dinosaur too. I'm not gonna lie. But that is exactly where I want it. I'm gonna zip tie it before I forget. And y'all, I can't even recount this one because I have no idea. There you go. Head needs to be front and center. Nah, I think he looks cool now. Now I can add a Christmas necklace to him and send it to Dave, right? All right, y'all. That's all I got for you. Lord, what a mess. What a mess I have created. All right, I am out of here. Y'all have an awesome day. What is today? Today is Wednesday, which means tomorrow's Thursday, which means there's nothing else today. I have to think. Okay, so I will probably see y'all. I do still need to do the 2 kits. I need to do the unicorn kit and the candy corn kit. So I will get those done this week. So I'll definitely see you tomorrow so I can do another kit. All right? Y'all have an awesome day, and I'll see you later. Bye, y'all.